Is he really with the mom?
Right. I'm like, yo, who is this guy?
Yeah.
So he was like, he said, look, man, what's the problem? And I said, y'all gave us these reversible uniforms that's not our color.
Exactly.
And I started going in, and then he said, look, man, he said, you know, you want the long-term relationship or the short-term? And I said, well, you know, what comes with that?
Yeah.
And, you know, he was like, the short-term relationship is when Rashawn's done, I'm cutting ties with y'all. So we done. Y'all won't have a deal no more. He said, now, if you take the long-term deal, as long as I'm alive, I'm going to take care of you. And, you know, like coming from the godfather of Nike basketball, like that's some real stuff.
Yeah.
But then he also schooled me, too, because he wanted me to know, man, I never had nobody say nothing like this.
Yeah.
He said, I don't care what kind of relationship you got with Rashawn and his mom. He said, everybody got a price. So he said, just like you got him now, he said, you can lose him tomorrow. And he said, I'm just letting you know, because if you would have, you know, kept going in the direction you was going, you wasn't going to have him.
Yeah.
So he was like, yo, I'm going to give you the deal. That's an easy fix. We'll take care of it. Make sure the boys come to camp. So every year from that point on, like I had the Nike deal, and you know, we used to send like 5 or 6 kids from South Carolina to camp. One year we sent like 7. You know, 7 to the Nike All-American camp when we used to do it in Indianapolis. But you know, it's been great being over. It's a lot of transition because you don't see the same familiar faces. Everybody done, you know, grew and stuff. So like me getting out of AAU, I just ended up keeping the relationships and taking it with me to Gray.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man. So I got a question. If you could give some advice, because me and MJ, we are about to go on this path of coaching, you know, our own little AAU team and stuff like that. And not only for us, but all the younger coaches out there that's just getting started, what kind of advice could you give us and them, you know, starting out with this new generation of AAU? Because it was different when I was playing. Yeah, right. You know, and this new generation where, you know, when kids, all of them think they prima donnas, all of them think they're going to be the #1 draft pick, you know, all of them think they're going to Duke, Kentucky, Carolina, you know. So what would be some advice that you can give us?
Well, see, I know both of y'all. I've seen both of y'all grow up, so I know it's in your heart. Because the biggest thing is, like, you know, starting out, especially now, a lot of people got their hands out. Because, you know, they sitting there trying to get what they can get, and then you forget about the kids. Right. Because, I'm not saying, like, every AAU team is bad. You know, just off of when I did it or watching Tops do it. You know, the thing was, you know, we dealing with kids who didn't have it. Right. You know, so, you know, as long as you don't sit there and make it into a money thing where, you know, you sitting there telling, you know, the parents and stuff, they gotta, you know, come up with X amount of dollars, you know, for y'all to travel. Well, when we did it, me and my friends, we was coming out of our pocket because that, you know, it was coming from the heart. Like, yo, we want to travel and we want to play against a good schedule and stuff. So we didn't ask them for money. Like, you know, that's the biggest change I see now, because you see programs popping up. First thing is, y'all want money.
Exactly.
But then the team, you know, the team got like 15 kids. You know, and I kind of wish I could do it now because I would have less numbers. Right. You know, looking at Juan and how Robin was traveling, you know, they used to have the Astro van. Everybody pack up in there and they go on the road. But like to me is, if you got 8 to 9 kids, because y'all still young and y'all can get in and mix it up with the kids. Right. You know, you don't have to worry about playing time. Everybody get to play, and those kids get to get better. You know, all you gotta do is sit there and get you about, you know, anywhere between 2 or 3 kids who are studs. Right. But then to show y'all worth and how good of coaches y'all are, y'all can build them other guys up. You know, but you gotta first dominate here first. You know, once y'all dominate here first, because the way it works is, if you beating up on everybody else in Columbia and in South Carolina, you gotta remember now it's gonna be those teams that you play that got somebody you like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So now you sitting there saying like, yo,
Yeah.
you can't beat us.
Yeah.
Come rock me.
Yeah, come join us. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, and that's how it works. And that's gonna be good for y'all because of what y'all putting into it with those kids and families. And then you gotta remember, if you got 8 kids, you gotta remember some of the parents gonna go.
Yeah.
So now you don't have to sit there and worry about the cost of rooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
You don't have to sit there and worry about the cost of rooms and the transportation aspect. Because even if y'all leaving on a Friday and you got some parents working but they coming later, both of y'all driving, y'all still got enough transportation to get 8 kids there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, and then you're gonna have that one parent that works from home or whatever, and then he's gonna be able to, he or she will be able to transport. But you know, I would just say, man, just work hard at it. Continue to be about those kids and make sure they have success, man. And y'all will be fine.
Yes, I know as a player, I couldn't wait to Friday.
Right.
Especially when we was doing AAU, we was still in school.
Yep.
I knew we had a tournament that weekend.
Yeah, I knew I was leaving.
Wait, Friday. I wear my warm-up suit to school
Right.
with my pants. I'm going straight to the park.
Right.
Straight to the park so we can go. That's it. I wasn't going home after that.
So let me ask this question because this is probably the toughest thing we gonna deal with parents. How are we supposed to do that? Because you know, it's some parents out here who feel like their kid is everything. You know, your team ain't nothing without my son. My son do this and that and all that. Because I done been at some top camps. I remember being at top, yeah. Exactly, bro. I remember being in San Diego, California. I was at the top phenom 150 camp, and I seen this parent. She was going around marketing her son. She was going to every coach, telling them that my son could do this, my son could do that. You need to come over here and see him play. And my dad looked at me. He said, "Dude, I'm not doing that. You play. If you can play, them coaches gonna find you, no matter what. I don't need to say nothing. Let your game do the talking." And that's all he had to sell me. You know what I'm saying? Because I see all the parents doing it. And I'm just like, some of y'all kids not even really not like that. But at some point, we got to be real as a coach to the parents to let them know this is your son's ceiling. And if he works hard, he can break through that. So how are we supposed to juggle these parents that think their son is all work?
No, I just think it's just a conversation. You know, you have it up front.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I was telling y'all, if y'all got like 2 or 3 studs, and then everybody else that y'all still developing, you know, what they gotta understand is, you know, Rome wasn't built overnight.
Yeah.
So you got some of them who's gonna be really, really good now,
Yeah.
and then when they get older, because we all seen it.
Yeah.
You know, you got some that get older, they still the same size.
Yep.
And then they still the same player.
Yeah.
While you might have, you know, the other kid that we put a lot of time in, he done grew and he done got so much better.
Yeah.
You know, but the parents just gotta understand, like, let us coach them and let us make sure we prepare them and help them get better.
Yeah.
Now, if you have some issues, that's just a conversation that y'all can have. It don't need to be a conversation for everybody.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like I said, what don't look good is you going back and forth with a parent at an AAU game, or when y'all huddling up, and you know. But that's why I was saying, like, if you got 8 kids and 8 parents that's believing in what y'all doing, just sit back and cheer your kid on and support us. You know, and the product that y'all promising, you know, like it's gonna be really, really good. He's gonna have opportunities to play. He's gonna get minutes, and he's gonna get coached, and he's gonna get coached hard. You know, so, you know, that's my advice to it, man. I just have a conversation with them earlier. You know, just making sure y'all explain y'all expectations of them, what y'all expecting from them. You know, and definitely make sure y'all get their support and they understanding. And if it's something with playing time, with 8 players and y'all blowing people out, and the kid's still not playing. Okay, now he must really be bad.
That's a problem.
Now we might need to change sports.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
He just don't get it.
Right. He just don't get it. We trying to help him, but it's not clicking for him, right?
Oh yeah.
So before we move on to your time at Gray, can you, because Rod, he swear for his life he can't come up with a 5. Can you come up with an all-time Ravens 5.
Yeah, I can do that. I mean, like I got the one on my wall,
Mhm.
and Lucas Hargrove give me a hard
Yeah, right.
time. He be killing me.
Right.
You know, he kills me about it because on my wall I got Devin Downey,
Mhm.
Zam Frederick, Brandon Wallace, Sean Dickey, and then I think was that 5?
Devin,
Zam,
Brandon Wallace, Sean.
Oh, Mike Jones.
Woo!
Yeah, so
Who?
that was the 5 I had on my wall. So then everybody asked me about Bryce Johnson.
Yeah.
Now Bryce is real talented, but then it's like, who do you take off?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, 'cause
You really can't take nobody off of that.
Yeah.
Like, I understand why
Yeah.
Luke upset because Luke and Mike had
Yeah.
it times at LR and Northeast.
I remember them games.
Ooh, that's a 5.
and then like and Murphy was good. Holloway.
Yeah.
Murphy was good. I mean, Lucas was good too. Like Jeremiah was good. Like it was like a lot of people that came through the program. They were good enough.
Yeah.
But those 5 that we mentioned, man, it's like, how can you break that up?
Yeah, exactly.
Can't take nobody out of that.
That's tough. That's tough. You have to have a top tier resume to take one of them dudes.
That's all D1 and pro players.
Yeah.
They ain't really too much to go do with that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. And see, I was basing it off of when the guy from the state paper asked me that. I was basing it off of the high school stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people don't realize, like Brandon Wallace was a shooting guard in high school at 6'9".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't realize that. So, you really don't even have him like at the 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Cause you still got Mike Jones and then Rashawn Dick.
Yeah.
And then with the 2 guards, man.
Speedy.
You know what he about, and he still be doing it. He still do the same thing now.
Yeah, Devin Cole, man.
Yeah.
And then people ask me about Buck. The thing that I love so much about Buck is he's such a competitor.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And he don't back down from nobody. When we, I don't know if Rob remember this, but Devin was in between the playing with Tops and the Ravens. Like Devin was like running with them some.
Yeah.
And his high school coach and his dad was like, well, let's go over there.